Hello and welcome back to the channel. I had the honor of being the first guest on the community section of the broadcast, and today we're going to clip some of the best bits that was part of the hour-long interview with the man, the myth, the legend, Griffin256. If you want to check out the full version, be sure to click the link in the description and that'll take you over to the video. And whilst you're there, you might as well press the subscribe button so we can help him get to 1,000 subscribers. Now let's jump into today's video.
Back everyone, this is the community section of the broadcast, but we have a very special guest, as you can see on screen right now. Brad UK, Braddock, Team BP Brad. I mean, there's so many levels here. What would you prefer us to call you by, man?
Brad's fine. Brad's fine.
That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. One question that I wanted to ask that wasn't on the notes: how are you the happiest guy that plays Rogue Company? I swear, man, what me and the rest of the guys that do broadcasts and everything, the one comment that everybody made all across the board was, how is he so happy? Every time that we watch a stream or we watch a YouTube video, you seem to be the happiest person on the entire planet. How do you do it?
Firstly, thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. But I think that's just me as a person. So day-to-day life, I'm generally, my happiness is, or would you say my happiness levels are really high. Right. And I think that really gets portrayed across in my videos. Yes. Some people may think it's a persona, but it's actually just me.
All right, man. So how long have you been playing Rogue Company?
So it was actually my brother that got me into Rogue Company. I think he saw that one of the top streamers that he was watching on Twitch was playing it. And he was like, oh, bro, you know, come and check this out. And this was November last year. Right. And I've only just moved into my flat at the time. And I just bought a new PC. I didn't know nothing about PCs. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to download Rogue Company as one of my first games. And the rest is history, you know. Right. I started watching a YouTuber called Clinics9, which is surreal now because he drops into my streams and says hello. So the person that I originally first started watching kind of like not knows who I am, right, but has an understanding of who I am, maybe. And even some of the other goats of Rogue Company, like Radar, he drops in my stream. And it's all just become a little bit overwhelming. And I would say that's the biggest tie that's sort of keeping me playing the game right now. And but that's how I ended up getting into it. Kind of a combination through word of mouth through my brother, right, from actually playing it and getting hooked. Because the gameplay when I first played it was absolutely amazing. It was nothing. It was kind of like a in-between between Counter-Strike and sort of Call of Duty, or more so Call of Duty now, as you describe in one of your videos. It's like Rogue of Duty. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so that's kind of what's happened.
When did you decide to start creating content for Rogue Company?
Almost straight away. So I would say from Call of Duty 4, I've always wanted to create content. But you know how it is when you're growing up, you have limitations. My parents weren't the wealthiest of people. And obviously to get things like capture cards, right, YouTube wasn't as big as what it is now. So information wasn't as accessible as it is now. Like how-to guides on literally how to do every single like troubleshoot there is in the world. So I think that was my biggest limitation. And then going through college and stuff, I think I was scared of the fear of judgment of what people may think of me. Yeah. And then I think you get to that point in life where that really doesn't matter anymore. So as I said, when I started Rogue Company content, when I decided to start playing Rogue Company was really the trigger for me to start making Rogue Company content. And as we was just touching on offline, I'd never really, since about 12 or 13, I've never used a PC since, in the sense of editing and all that stuff. So it has been a massive roller coaster to learn how to do everything. But I would say in the last 3 months, my content and everything else has really picked up, and my skills has really, I've come a long way from my first video that I actually made the thumbnail on Paint, I think, to where I'm making them now. So it's been a whirlwind. But yeah, definitely the minute I started to play Rogue Company was the time I started to make Rogue Company content.
But let me ask you about the Realm Royale thing, though. just as an outsider looking into it, you know that a game's been stagnant for so long, and they decide that they're going to start investing money and start investing time back into it. What outcome do you personally see happening with it?
I mean, so it's a battle royale, right? And it shares the sort of similar visuals of Fortnite. I can see that appealing to a lot of people if they were to relaunch it and done the right marketing campaign. But ultimately, it does depend on if anything has changed and the right level investment goes into why people left that game in the first place. Because obviously, it's fine to start employing people to create new content for it. That's fine. You can bring out every bit of content you want under the world. But if the core and the mechanics are not right, and we've seen that with Rogue Company. You know, we've got the weapon mastery, which is probably the best thing that's ever happened to Rogue Company, in my opinion.
Right.
And you've got the best battle pass that's ever happened in Rogue Company, in my opinion. Yes. The cosmetics that are coming out now are the best they've ever been.
Yes.
Yet the core mechanics of the game are broken.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one of those things where it's like, I love all of the Halloween cosmetics that they've come out. I love the battle pass. I love everything else that they've been able to release. It's like, at what point do you pivot into more of a technical standpoint when it comes to developing and designing and fixing a video game? And I guess that they have to, like, I know that, like, and we talked about it. I think me and my buddies talked about it, like, actually off recording and all that stuff. It's like, Hi-Rez doesn't have the manpower like a AAA game studio has, where they have everything broken up into such finite teams, where it's like, you group of 15, 20 people go focus on fixing bugs, and you 15 or 20 people go focus on skins. It's kind of like everything is shared. A lot of the responsibilities seem to be shared. And that's a good thing, because their ear is a lot closer to the ground. But it's also a bad thing because, okay, what do you prioritize? Is it fixing bugs or is it putting content in the game? In your opinion, what decisions could be made to put the game in a better state? And I think that you hinted at this a little bit earlier, but if you want to elaborate on it.
Yeah, so for me, we've not seen an Arms Dealer Season 3 event. That could be an indication on, okay, do you know what? They've made an internal decision. We're not going to pump out an Arms Dealer Season 3. We're going to try and focus some of our time and attention on the bugs. Now, one of the community managers, Mini White Rabbit, she's prevalent. She was on the stream the other day answering a lot of questions. She's been very prominent on Twitter and Reddit recently, trying to gather information for the bugs.
What is your favorite part of Rogue Company? I'm very interested.
Do you know what? My favorite thing, and it comes across in my videos, I love the cosmetics. I think that's what drew me into Fortnite. As well as the gameplay, but the cosmetics for me, I think you spend so much time in your life being serious. You know, in my job, I'm serious.
Yeah.
In a game, I want to break away and be less serious. And I think the skins, the variations, and the different creativity that you see in them, it brings some happiness to me. I don't know how sad that is, but that's probably one of my favorite things. Seeing the different skins and emotes. Obviously, I enjoy the gameplay, but that's not the key thing I love. But yeah, there you go. My guilty pleasure's been revealed.
Do you feel like the majority of the creators that have left Rogue Company left the game because they were suffering from Rogue Company fatigue?
So I would say, I literally done this in a video earlier. So you had 3 of the top ones, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Die Hard, also of course, and Chloe. They were the 3 top ones from my understanding. And now you've got Tragedy and Radfar, and there's probably some other ones that I don't know about. The 3 that have left, I feel like Die Hard, he probably was fatigued. I feel like he got to a ceiling where he thought, you know what, I'm getting so many views, but I'm capped now. There's not there's not a big enough audience for where his aspirations maybe, And since then, he's gone on and he's doubled his subscribers. He's got his first million view video. And I feel like he's achieved that by getting outside of Rogue Company. So for him, I don't think it was Rogue Company fatigue. I think his aspirations outgrew the game and the audience.
Right.
For some of the other people, Chloe, he was very competitive. I think the 10K for him probably wasn't probably wasn't big enough, maybe. I don't know. But
Right.
he's gone on to Splitgate, he's won a tournament, and he's trying his hand in other games as well. So I think that's maybe Claude's reason. Also, of course, he actually done a video to say that he was kind of burnt out, and actually the game wasn't really that fun for him anymore. And all of them maybe have that element in it, but I think they all had their own individual reasons. Now, Radfar, the next biggest, he's been on a month break or just over a month break, so he was probably burnt out. Then you've, like I say, the next one is Tragedy, but he's been pumping out content for as long as I can remember, and people absolutely love his skill and gameplay. But there'll become a point in time when I'm sure he'll get tired of playing the same game. And, you know, and if I'm being completely honest with you, I feel that from time to time playing Rogue Company as well. There's only so much you can do something over and over and over and over again. So without getting tired, you know?
Right.
So, sorry to answer in a bit long-winded way, but I feel like each one has had their own individual reasons. But I feel like each individual probably has their own reasons, as well as suffering a bit of rogue fatigue.
Where do you see yourself in 1 year? Or where would you like to be in 1 year? So
I originally set myself a goal, and the internet is an amazing thing. So in the first year, I thought so my first few videos I uploaded, right?
Yeah.
I was getting like 30 views and no subscribers whatsoever. So I thought, right, I'm going to try calculate where I'd be at the end of 1 year. Now, I thought at the end of 1 year, I'd have 100 subscribers and around about 10,000 views.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. As long as I uploaded every day, they were the numbers I thought I might hit. Now, 9 months later, and arguably I would say first 3-4 months probably didn't count because I was just trying to learn everything.
Right.
I've got 1,200 subs, nearly 1,003, and over 125,000 views. So I'm completely mind blown and taken back by that level of viewership and support that people have shown me. So where I see myself in a year, I wouldn't like to say because I really don't know, but I've absolutely blown my expectations. It's such a great thing. I'm just so glad that I started, and I'm thankful for everyone and yourself that give me this opportunity every day to enjoy and experience something that I've always wanted to experience and be a part of, you know?
Right. Rogue Company, though, where do you see it in 1 year? Or where would you like to see it at in 1 year?
So we're probably, I mean, if we're looking at every 3 months being a season, hopefully we're in season 8 if they continue to support it into season 8. So hopefully we're in the 8th battle pass. I would like to think maybe 8 new rogues have dropped, but who knows? I see Clinics's video the other day where they're actually talking of making a PvE type game mode, but using the Rogue universe.
Yeah.
So that may be some form of co-op game. So maybe that's already dropped and it sits aside Rogue Company. Maybe it drops within Rogue Company. Who knows? But I'd definitely like to see what we've seen in year 1 build on year 2. So better battle passes, more content, more cosmetics, continue updating. But hopefully on the ground up that all the bugs that we've just spoken about over the last however long, that is sorted.
Who is your absolute favorite rogue of all time that's been released so far?
So it was Dahlia. I think I've got about 8 days played with Dahlia. When I used to play a lot of ranked. So I think I've got about 30 days overall. And so 33% of my time has been spent with Dahlia. More recently, because I'm grinding a lot of weapon mastery, one of my favorite and fun rogues to play is actually Switchblade.
Yeah, she is a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, so she's super fun to get clips. But my favorite looking rogue, and the rogue that I think has the best skins and everything else, is actually Ronin.
Yes, I agree 100%. If I had to pick the best looking rogue, it's got to be Dallas. I mean, that hair. It is beautiful. I can't get over it. Every time I see Dallas, that's not someone that's not using the dock skin, I'm just like, if I had a time machine, I could look like that. So with that, where can everyone find you?
Okay, so I do a bit of everything. So On YouTube, you can search Brad UK. I do Rogue Company content. Not as good as Griffin, but I do give it a go. And on Twitch, you can find me, Brad UK1, and I stream Monday to Wednesday there, 8 British summertime till late. So be sure to drop in and say hi. But really, I'm a guest of Griffin, and keep supporting Griffin because we need to get into that 1,000 mark.
Well, anybody that's not subscribed to Brad, just head on over there and hit that button right now. Do yourself a favor. I mean, look, he is the happiest Rogue Company content creator. I could never watch one of your videos and be like, my day sucks now. I'm always like, let's go play some Rogue Company right now. We just watched a Brad video, you know?
But thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
No, man, I appreciate you coming on and giving us a little bit of insight into how you got started, where you currently are, where you want to be, and your thoughts and opinions on what Rogue Company is and what I think the whole community wants it to be. So thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes of your day to sit down and have this interview with us, man.
No, the pleasure's mine. I wish you all the best and your family, and I hope you enjoyed your vacation, and I'll see what I can do in the future, and hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Absolutely, man. I will definitely set something up in the future. We'll get together. We'll make some explosions happen and some jokes had, and we'll have a good time, man.
Thanks for having me. Take it easy, brother.
You too, man. Thank you.
Now, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you want to see the full unedited version, be sure to check that link out in the description. And like I say, please do check that sub button once you get over there. But until the next one, guys, peace.